Hey guys, this is Lee with Lord's Chimney again, and feels good to be warm, huh? Yeah, I mean, I went back to my military days where having a hot meal or a hot drink was a life changer. And it's kind of how it felt last week, huh? So I wanted to go over one thing today, which is what did we learn from last week? I talked to hundreds of customers who were cold, who were that assumed that a fireplace was a heating source. And I think we basically all figured out, yes, it provides some heat, but if you intend it to heat a room or your house, it's not going to work that way. A fireplace is not a heat source. Let me rephrase that. There are certain types of fireplaces that are. You don't find them much in our market area. Because yes, there are prior fire, there are Rumsford style that are more efficient. But if you really want heat, an open fireplace is not the place. I can even make a case. There's gas appliances, B-vent gas appliances, direct vent gas appliances. These are the ones that have glass over the front or have the remote controls and the wall switches. The ones we have in our market are generally not heat sources. So if you were in the position I was, and I've said this story before, but where it's 2 a.m., it is freezing cold, you can see your kid's breath. I know in my world, and I'm sort of a prepper, not too crazy, but we have water, we have food, we have all this stuff. And the one area I work in is where I failed. I work in an area where they talk about backup heat sources all over the place. And I didn't have that set up in my own home because I assumed that in the winter we do not lose power. That is a faulty assumption, obviously. So I know in my world, I have a direct vent fireplace. If you've looked at pictures on our YouTube channel, you've seen it. It's thrashed by little kids. I have 3 little boys, 10, 8, and 6, and it's absolutely thrashed. But it did provide some heat. But huddled around it at night where you can see your kid's breath, it's not a good feeling. And there are ways to fix that. And I'm going to fix it for me. There's no doubt. But there are gas inserts. There are different types of fireplaces that actually are a backup heat source that will work when the power's out. So if you're interested in that, call us. Other questions, which are, if I get gas logs, is this going to put out more heat? And if you're just using that little log lighter in the inside, the little stick with holes that helps you light wood, it will put out more heat than that, but it's marginal. It will be somewhat, but it's not going to be a life-changing amount of heat. It's still going to be an inefficient heat source. Fireplaces will put out some heat. They also take air into them for combustion air. So it's pulling hot air out of your house while it's giving you some heat. And really, it's a net either even or a slight loss. So expecting this fireplace to actually heat is not a functional thing. I've said for years it's more mental heat than physical heat. So it may make you feel warmer. And the closer you get to it, obviously my kids basically had their feet on the fireplace, trying to get some type of heat out of it altogether. So another thing that I've seen that we need to not do unless it's an absolute emergency is your fireplace is not designed to cook in. So if you're the person that sent me the picture, I've seen it, but you can't fry eggs. You should not make soup. Your fireplace is not designed for fat. Fat is something that is flammable, and most of our cleaning tools are not designed to get fat out of fireplaces. Soot, creosote, which is the black stuff you see in there, that stuff we're used to, but fat is not a good thing. So once again, what did we learn from last week? Which is we have to be prepared. Another thing that I heard over and over and over again is I do not like to use this fireplace. I'm not comfortable with it. I don't know how to light it. I don't know the condition of it. We haven't used it in however many years. The answer to all those questions are proper maintenance. Proper maintenance is yearly inspections, clean as necessary. During your inspection, we can make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. And we can teach you to use it, what to expect, what is normal, what to happen if things go astray. I mean, sometimes just cracking a door could fix everything. And then suddenly your house is not filled with smoke anymore. So let's make sure we start to think now of when this happens again, what are we going to do? Now, I have no clue if this is going to happen in our lifetime or in another 2 years. Nobody does. But I know for me, I'm going to be prepared next time. I was not this time. And that is 100% my fault, and I'm in the business. So I'll take that one on the chin. So I had another customer say that he was going to get a natural gas whole house generator, which is great too. So you'll have power, you'll have everything else. The issue with that is if your furnace, which is gas or electric, because you have electricity because of the generator, if that fails, what do you do? In my world, I don't want one point of failure. I want to be able to, I want lots of things to have to go wrong before my kids are cold again. So contact us. We're on Facebook all the time. Shoot us a message. I've told all kinds of people, hey, I will give you advice for free. I mean, we can't come to your house for free because it costs us money and I have to pay people. But online, there's a virtual assessment on our website. Totally free advice. If you have another company coming out because we can't get to you fast enough, just because there is a glut of people who need help right now, and you use somebody else and you're not sure, or you want to run an estimate by us, send it to us. Our advice, or my advice, is mostly what you're going to get right now, is totally free. And I'd be happy to tell you whether it makes sense, whether it doesn't. And if you use somebody else, I'm okay with it. I'll give you my honest opinion. And that's what I always do. It's just honest opinions, and I just let it go. So if anybody needs any help, please let us know. I know it's warmer, just to give people in the northern climates, probably into the middle 70s today. So last week we were freezing. Now our AC is running. It's just the way we live. So if you need help, give us a call. We have lots of people. If you've already contacted us, please, please, please be patient. We were basically black like the rest of Houston for 3 or 4 days where we couldn't take calls. We couldn't see. So we logged on Friday and there's messages everywhere and there's service requests everywhere. Please be patient. We're going to get to you. We're working through them as fast as humanly possible. I got people who are volunteering to work weekends and Sundays and all kinds of stuff. So we're trying to get you as fast as possible. Just be a little patient. Also, if you made it to this point in the video, that's awesome. Please share the video, share the Facebook pages, like our Facebook page, go to YouTube, follow our channel. I'm putting how-to videos on YouTube all the time on how to use fireplaces, what a damper stop is, what a damper is, how to choose firewood. Those are all coming. But the more people we have who follow our YouTube channel, the more I can get information out, and also the harder I work because I see results. So guys, be safe out there. Enjoy the warmth in Houston for a little while, and I will see you next time. Thanks.